and maintain the healthy smile you deserve. On the web at BayStateDental.com.
We thank the generosity of our underwriters. For more information, please contact the Westfield State Foundation at 413-572-8646.
It's Tuesday morning from 6 till 8. Wow, it's Tuesday with Bob Plass.
Community Radio
89.5 WSKB.
Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Hey, 12 and a quarter. Hit something. Here on this 20th day of November in the year 2018, Anno Domini, this is the Denken's Den.
The views expressed by the host during his monologue are those solely of his own, not those of Westfield State University, the radio club, our underwriters, or somebody trudging out in the snow. And now...
Uh-oh. You know what, Pete?
What's going on, Ken?
You love to drive instead of fly.
Yes.
I'm wondering if our road trip will change your thinking.
Oh,
for the second year in a row, I was your co-pilot for an 8-hour drive down to the Old Dominion. As quickly as Rusty or Audrey could say, "Are we there yet?" I was already messing with the climate control settings in Pete's Hyundai, because even though Pete was wrapped up tight, I didn't have any other layers to remove and was getting ready to sweat like a resident of a house of ill repute sitting in church. There are all types of antics that can happen on a road trip. Mm-hmm. This is one of the many reasons I prefer to fly. Take, for instance, that the passenger side window does not go down in Pete's car. Bear in mind, I am said passenger. I like to eat fatty fried foods. I'm also known for manufacturing my own kimchi. Do you understand what I'm getting to here?
Didn't ask. No, I'm not going there. I got it.
The night before departing for Virginia, I decided to dine on the triple quad double chimichanga with extra broccoli. What happened about 10 miles past exit 2 westbound on the Massachusetts green stamp was an atrocity. I let one rip that was so vile, so putrid, so incredibly silent and deadly that eyes immediately started to water and tear up as if a SWAT team member had just tossed in a canister into the vehicle in order to flush out a hostage taker.
And that was for the cars following you.
The only thing being held hostage was their olfactory system.
Oh, help us, please.
At this point, I will remind you that my window is not able to roll down. Poor Pete could not operate the actuator quick enough on the other 3 windows in the vehicle.
All down.
And for the next mile, which seemed like 100, we were convinced that our nose hairs were just epilated by a pissed-off blind person with Parkinson's.
I think we need to play a spot now.
Step away from the mic.
Aunt Edna didn't take a dirt nap in the back of this updated American road truckster, but entertaining incidents would certainly occur. Not too long after we stopped at a choke and puke to get a pound of ground round to put down, the pilot's performance started to go from satisfactory to an unsatisfactory rating. Something didn't seem right. And when the first parking lot came up, Pilot Pete pulled in and whipped open his door. We had a lot of stuff in the back seat, so I was thinking he must have stopped to grab something. Nope. There he stood, slightly hunched over, performing a proper Technicolor yawn, not once but twice. Apparently, I was in the presence of a food critic. These were really powerful actions. These were really powerful actions. By the sounds old Pete was making, I was expecting his socks to go hurling past the empty handicap spaces in this desolate parking lot. As soon as that happened, he was back in his seat, driving. What a trooper. Points for using that Mountain Dew as a rinse. And for getting right back in the car to traverse traffic once again.
I am not going with you guys.
Just as a Griswolds were once caught in a roundabout, taking note to point out Parliament and Big Ben, we had a similar experience. Day after day, the launch was delayed. And then, just as quick as Clark W. Griswold punched the moose outside of Wally World, the Antares rocket shot up into the heavens with a blaze of glory. What came next was another 8 hours of Pete and myself driving homebound. We stopped for breakfast 2 hours into the trip. I think in all the madness, about an hour after our breakfast, due to my audible anal discharges of intestinal gas, I may have pledged to have the window in Pete's car repaired at any expense. For For the record, I may have uttered that promise under duress. I needed to vocalize some promising sentiments, as Pete had just mumbled, "I wished I was on that rocket instead of in this car right now." And then,
Oh, no.
as we were driving north on 87 in New York State, Pete has the audacity to say to me, "Hey, Kenny, look at all that snow." Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. He knows how I feel about that evil white crap. I let out one last good fart as a response, and we didn't talk the rest of the ride home. Who wants to go on a road trip with Kenny?
Oh, no.
We'll be right back after this.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real men of genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Silent Killer Gas Passer.
Mr. Silent Killer Gas Passer.
Last night you had the enchilada combo platter. This morning, the 3-cheese omelet with broccoli. This afternoon, you're a ticking time bomb. Because of you, a simple elevator ride is suddenly a 42-floor plummet into the very bowels of hell.
You take my breath away.
Who did it? Who cares? Sweet mercy, please just someone light a match.
Sweet, sweet mercy.
So crack open an ice-cold Bud Light, oh ninja of the nasty. And while you're at it, crack open a window.
Mr. Silent Killer Gas Passer.
Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Bark like a dog. Bark like a dog. Bark like a dog. Bark like a dog. Oh, baby.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Barnes & Noble College Bookstore in the Ely Campus Center, offering Westfield State t-shirts, sweatshirts, and gift merchandise, all of your academic needs, and offering textbook materials in new, used, ebook, and rental formats. Available at the bookstore on campus or online at westfieldstate.bncollege.com.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Commercial Distributing Company of Westfield, Now in its third generation of family ownership, Commercial is one of the premier beverage distributors of Western Massachusetts. The Plasek family and the staff of Commercial Distributing wishes you good times throughout the year and urges you to drink responsibly. We thank the generosity of our underwriters. For more information, please contact the Westfield State Foundation at 413-572-8646. Discussions of local politics, events, happenings, and miscellany potpourri. Ken's Den, Tuesday, 8 to 10. Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM, WSKB, Westfield.
8:23, and you just missed 8:23 and a half, Pete. It's the 20th day of November in year 2018. Anno Domini, this is the Den, Ken's Den, Ken Stomsky behind the microphone in front of the Radio Millennium Board. Kitten of the Keys, Chairman Meow, the November nerd of the Knobs.
The Knobs.
The Knobs.
Well,
Side check extraordinaire, Kathy Palmer.
I'm
in his
here.
house.
I'm awake. I apologize for not getting up for you yesterday at 6 a.m.
You know what? That Jay carried me.
Did he?
Yeah, he
He's very strong.
Jay hung around for. I see what you did there.
I know.
You're calling me fat and heavy.
No.
Yeah.
No.
You called me fat and heavy. That's exactly what that meant.
I would never. Okay. Well, I did tune in. You had a lot of people coming in and out of there, so that was great, and the response was great with the cans and good. They really do a lot of help.
Right.
It's an awesome thing, and I have to say this. I know you don't like hearing it, but I'm going to get this over with. I don't think that the city really appreciates all that people like you and Jay and Peter do for the city, because this is your time that you're spending. And you don't really get a lot back from it. Well, I mean, you get to spend 2 hours with me, so that's important.
That's the only benefit.
I obviously that's.
In fact, that rocket trip wasn't even sponsored. That cost me probably $400.
Sure, and I don't think that they understand that when you guys step in and you're doing this radio show, that's your whole morning of your time. So I'm going to say thank you. I don't know if Westfield will thank you, but I will, because I think it's important. And, as Bob says, you give back to your community and you get back. But thank you for doing that, Ken. I appreciate it.
Well, I thank you, Kathy. I was not expecting that.
Well, be
Kathy,
careful.
just publicly thank people like me and Jay
and Jay for all of the work you do for the community. I mean, you're always there to step up, whether it's concerts on the green or programs that we're bringing in, or it's Pumpkin Fest. You guys are always ready to be on hand. And it's your own equipment. It's your own stuff half the time.
Yeah.
So we
really do what we think is right.
We appreciate it. We really do. Thank you very much. So yesterday,
I thought after 4 years of doing this, I at least would have picked up a date.
Yeah, listen, I've been trying. I gotta tell you, I'm watching these Hallmark movies where they meet like 3 days before Christmas. They meet, fall in love, and propose marriage, all in 3 days before Christmas. How on earth do you even do that?
Those specials started up like 3 weeks ago already.
God, earlier than that. Oh, way back.
My God.
And they start
and the Trans-Siberian Orchestra with the car commercial with the lights flashing.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't even wait for the damn turkey to come around.
I know.
Makes me want to vomit. Just like Pete did.
Oh, here he goes. All right, okay.
All right, enough of that. I'm going to pot you down.
I can't listen to that. Okay. All righty.
I'm going to be doing that several times during the show as a reminder.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for sharing that wisdom. We're good to go.
So I think on the other side of the break, we're going to talk a little bit about our rocket trip. Now, I had promised on social media yesterday we were going to do a pie quiz. Mm-hmm. I left my answer sheet in my scanner at home, and Pete didn't load the graphics up that I sent him the other day. So we're going to do this in December, because it still fits, because
still works, yeah.
You make pies for Christmas time, too.
Pie fits anytime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it'll still fit there. It'll still work. But I have to get something out of my system right now.
Uh-oh.
Even though Bob is gone?
Even though Bob is gone.
I thought we could avoid this, Peter.
We tried.
I have to acknowledge that the season finale was last week.
And are you okay with this? Did you like the season finale?
I am disappointed.
You're conflicted?
I'm disappointed.
Okay.
I understand it. I get it. All right. To begin with, AHS is a screwball show anyway. All right.
Yeah.
Nothing is supposed to make sense.
Okay.
All right.
Like Twin Peaks back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was fun.
But the ending, there was no concrete ending. The good guys didn't win, or the bad guys didn't win. All right. It was like, okay, well, this is just going to keep going on forever and ever and ever.
But now it doesn't, though, does it? It doesn't go into their next season. Is it a whole new one?
Seasons generally don't follow each other, but they were just renewed for a 10th season.
Oh, goody, Peter.
And this was 8.
Oh, they got 2 more years?
Oh, Peter, how will we stand it?
Wasn't there supposed to be done next year with the
9th next year?
Yeah.
Because I thought it was going to be like Dante's Inferno. I thought they were following that. But if they go into a 10th season,
well, maybe
then they're not following Dante's Inferno.
All right.
However, they might be following Dante's Inferno
if they extend season 8
and then doing number 10
as the capper,
as like a capper.
Can you just explain your Dante's Inferno reference for our listeners?
There's like 8 or 9 rings of hell,
levels of hell, yeah.
Levels of lust, hatred. I don't have the list in front of me.
Google it.
But yeah, Google it.
Yeah.
And each season of AHS followed one of those circles of hell.
Okay, gotcha.
Now the last one that they haven't covered is lust. Now everyone thinks that the hotel episode was about lust, but that was about something else completely, which
interesting.
I don't have in front of me. But lust is the last circle of hell. If AHS is following the Dante's Inferno theory.
Gotcha.
And then that makes sense if they were just renewed for a 10th season, then 10th would be the recap or the closure to the
sort
entire
of a wrap
series.
Up. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does make a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, see, and I told Bob, you're not going to call in. And he goes, no, I'm going right down the road. I'll be in the waiting room. I'll call in for AHS. And I told him, no, it's not going to happen. And he didn't. But that's my take on American Horror Story. I had it in my log. I had to go over it because the season finale was, in fact, last week. Bob didn't care for this season much.
No, he was kind of like,
He's not missing out much. So hopefully, this season was better than the last 2 for me.
Interesting.
So hopefully next year's season of AHS will cover the last circle of hell. It'd be really interesting to see how they do that. There could be some creepy, ghostly
stuff,
admonitions or whatever that possess humans and try to procreate or I'm trying to think of how lust would work with American Horror Story.
Okay,
but it could go in any direction. After the break, we will be talking about our trip down to Virginia, and Kathy, I'm done talking about the flatulence. All right,
hold on.
This is probably him.
Go ahead, caller.
Bob, is that you?
No, it's me. I gave you time to talk to Bob, and he's not even there.
Are you on your way?
Yeah, I'll be there in a minute. I'll pull in the parking lot.
I'm all set, Chef. I'm not going to need to talk to you for another 15 minutes. We're going to talk about rockets.
You can come in and talk about rockets.
Yeah, we can talk about rockets.
I'm supposed to bring my kids to school at 9 o'clock, so it is what it is.
Hey, no problem. We'll work it out.
Yeah, I'll see you guys in a few minutes.
All right, thanks, John. I swear to God, I thought that was going to be Bob.
I know.
It would make sense.
Yep. Because you know why? Because he'd make me run overtime. Because it's 8:32 3/4. We'll be back after this.
then baby I'm moving way too slow. I've been fooled before, wouldn't like to get my love caught in the slamming door. How about some information, please? Straight up now, tell me, do you really wanna love me forever? Oh, oh, oh. Or am I caught in a hit and run? Straight up now, tell me, is it gonna be you and me together? Oh, oh, oh. Or are you just having fun? Time's standing still, waiting for some small clue. I keep getting chills when I think your love is true. I've been fooled before, wouldn't like to get my love caught in the slamming door. How about some information, please? Straight up now, tell me, do you really wanna love me forever? Oh, oh, oh. Or am I caught in a hit and run? Straight up now, tell me, is it gonna be you and me together? Oh, oh, oh. Or are you just having fun? It was so hard to read. You play hide and seek with your true intentions. If you're only playing games, I'll just have to say, do you love me? Do you love me, baby? Do you love me? Do you love me? Hey, baby, do you love me? Do you love me, baby? Come on now, do you love me? Do you love me? Tell me, baby. I've been a fool before, wouldn't like to get my love caught in the slamming door. Are you more than hot for me, or am I a page in your history? I don't mean to make demands, but the word and the deed go hand in hand. How about some information, please? Please, please. Straight up now, tell me. 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 Straight up now, tell me, do you really wanna love me forever? Oh, oh, oh. Or am I caught in a hit and run? Straight up now, tell me, is it gonna be you and me together? Oh, oh, oh. Or are you just having fun? Straight up now, tell me, do you really wanna love me forever? Oh, oh, oh. Or am I caught in a hit and run? Straight up now, tell me, is it gonna be you and me together?
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Westfield Bank. For more than 160 years, Westfield Bank has been an important community presence and commercial leader in the Pioneer Valley. With convenient full banking services in Westfield, West Springfield, East Longmeadow, Agawam, Feeding Hills, Springfield, Southwick, as well as Enfield and Granby, Connecticut, visit us on the web at westfieldbank.org. We thank the generosity of our underwriters. For more information, please contact the Westfield State Foundation at 413-572-8646.
Discussions of local politics, events, happenings, and miscellany potpourri. That's what you'll find on Ken's Den, Tuesdays from 8 till 10.
Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM, WSKB, Westfield.
All right, we're going to do it once more. And this time, no mistakes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good morning. Good morning.
It's great to stay up late.
Good morning. Good morning to you.
When the band began to play, the stars were shining bright.
But now the milkman's on his way. It's too late to say goodnight.
So say good morning.
Good morning. Some bees will sit.
Good morning to
Nothing could be grander than to be in Louisiana in the morning. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were still going.
8:39 and a half.
You were bored.
20th. Yeah. It's the 20th day of November in the year 2018. Anno Domini, this is the Den, Ken's Den. Good morning. Good morning.
Now we know what Ken does in his
It's
spare
great
time
to
when the
stay up
rocket's
late.
scrubbed.
Good morning.
Oh, dear Lord.
Good morning.
So, yeah, yeah, well, we had a lot of free time because the launch was scrubbed twice.
Some of us
actually,
were still
it
working by
was
remote.
technically it wasn't a scrub. It was a delay.
A delay.
Now, why was it delayed?
There were multiple
tropical storm force winds.
That would do it.
In rocket science talk, there were multiple weather violations.
I saw that.
The window was not open.
Yeah.
It's on weather violation. What the heck is a weather violation?
Well, we had 2 inches of rain and 40 mile an hour, 30 plus sustained. And then the next day it was high winds, and there were different winds at different levels going different directions. So you couldn't do it. It would have been nasty. And then Saturday was perfectly fine.
Yeah. So
the big
cold
question
as
was,
crap.
Ken, did you have to call out of work for those extra days, or did you have planned for the worst?
I planned ahead. Yeah, we already. I took